Hello. I wanted to record this video to show folks that not only can you record a macro or record your Visual Basic code in Excel to replicate processes, but you can also view the code that is generated as you're recording those processes. And what you can do is, while you're recording the macro, you can go in and edit. You can kind of condense the code to make it look better. But if you don't know how to record a macro, it's pretty simple. You can either click down here where it says ready, or you can go into the View tab and select record right here. It should be, I'm in a Mac, but it should be pretty close in Windows. You should be able to get to it from the View tab. So if I do start recording, I'll give it a name. I'll call it test. Okay, so now I'm recording all the processes. I selected this cell, type in a 5 in, pressed enter, select that cell again. I'll do a little bit of, actually, I'll give it a background, give it some color, take that whole area, put some borders in. So there, I just basically created a very short process. I'm going to click stop, go to View tab, to View Macros. I'm going to search for that test. Well, so this is what I created right here. So I recorded this whole process from recording that macro. And what I can do to test it is, I'll just go over it with the formatting tool, get rid of this. Let me run that code real quick. There we go. So I basically replicated the process, right? So what I think most people don't know is that you can actually see the code generate as you're building a process. So let me delete this and show you an example. I think I can just move my screen over. So I'm going to take all this code, delete it. Okay, so I was trying to think of an example to use, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll show you the first time what I recorded. The first time I recorded the macro, I had, well, backstory, I had a report that I created from a CSV document, and it was just all raw data, no headers or anything. And then I created a report with SQL, with Access, and I was able to associate all the shipments from the report to different customers and vendors. But my boss consistently asked for this report. And so what I did for him is I recorded a macro so he could just generate a report whenever he wanted. And I'll just show a little example of how I helped him just with this dummy data. So recording the macro, we'll just keep it macro 11. So notice that the macro started recording. Let's just say in this data, see, look, I select the range, you can see it change. Let's say I want to add header 1. And you see anything that you do, it's going to record something in the code. So, but you can also edit it as you're recording. So I didn't want to select that cell. I get that out of there. I didn't want to select this cell. So it's not only can you use this for debugging, but also to clean your code up as you're building it if you're recording. So now I want to take this, build my headers. I'd like to give it a background. I give it an orange background. Let me select all this and center it. I'll add, oh gosh, I got this so small I don't even know how to filter. There we go. I'll add a filter. And I could just filter it by ascending. And that's it. I think I'm done. So I'm going to stop running the code. But notice this is pretty much the best way to learn. If every task you do in here, you watch it populate, it's probably one of the best ways to learn VBA, because if you're doing this constantly for all the tasks that you normally do, you're going to learn how to code all of those tasks. So I think it's a great way to develop yourself. And for me, I only do it when I'm recording code, just so I can maybe delete things that don't need to be there, or sometimes when you select something, copy it and paste it, you can almost merge that process into one line of code. So yeah, if you haven't used this process before, I suggest you use it, and it'll help you develop your Visual Basic skills in Excel.